Good morning, YouTube. Wow, it has been such a long time since I've done a video, and I'm finally gonna catch you guys up on everything that's been going on. So welcome back to my videos. There are gonna be lots of different things happening in the next couple of days. I have finally gotten back into my account and started changing around some of my videos, tagging and titling differently, and just getting my account up and running again to do some videos again. So where have I been? Sorry, I've been gone for such a long time. There have been lots of things that have been going on. My last videos that I was doing was in November. And originally I was going to start a new video series, but then I didn't end up having time or being able to record anything. So what's been going on is back in November, we collectively here in our home, lots of things started happening. Got really busy for the holiday season. I was doing a lot of, like how you guys had seen my videos where a lot of them were in the car, always traveling around because I don't like to record videos when anybody's around. So I like to do things when it's, quiet and I'm by myself and nobody's here. And so that was getting to be really hard, because either someone was always home or someone was always here, or the only opportunity that I had to do videos were in the car. And, they're not bad. I like doing videos while I'm driving. Gives me something to do while I'm driving instead of just listening to music or whatever. But I was working lots of weird shifts. And I had gotten a call from some old coworkers at my old job that were possibly interested in giving me a job. And it took close to about 2.5 months for them to make a final decision. Oh, I gotta go get the dog. This is ridiculous. This is the kind of shit that always happens. It took them about 2.5 months for them to decide that they actually weren't going to give me a job. So it was like this back and forth process. Hold on. Here's a little brat coming in. Say hi. Come on. There you are. We haven't been out in a video in a long time. Say hi. And here's our other little brat sitting up here. Say hi. Go to the wall. Look. Sorry again. This video is gonna probably be like that for a little while because I have these two little crazy nuts running around all morning. So anyways, so what I was saying was, and I actually have a really cool video editor on my phone now. So when a video gets cut off by a phone call, or if a video gets cut, like if I have to go and grab these two crazy nuts that are already playing. What are you doing? Say hi. Say hi. Hi. Hey, say hi. Say hi. So anyways, yeah. So I got these two crazy nuts running around. And so anyway, so what I was talking about was that so back in like the November time, I had gotten this call and I was really excited because I kind of thought to myself, I always really liked the company that I used to work at. And I had only really left for 2 reasons, one of which is going to be kept a secret, but the other one because I really wanted to move to Florida. And it was a shame because I had been there for almost 3 years at this company. So I was starting to really like it, and there was lots of different stuff going on though. So anyway, so then I kind of had to go through this whole interview process and back and forth if they were going to go ahead and create this new position and give it to me and whatever. And finally, because I was getting into this possibility of working there again, if it was going to happen, I thought it was going to happen really fast. And from the way that it sounded like they were going to need somebody really quickly, or that it was, say hi, look, she's so cute. Because we all thought that it was going to happen kind of quickly, I went ahead and told my current job that I was at that I was possibly going to be going back to work full time, and I might not be able to work there as often anymore. So big mistake, because I had to cut down hours, and I had to cut down hours before a new session. So, basically once your hours are in for a session, it's really bad if you leave during that session. So basically I was kind of screwed because I had to cut hours. And then it just so happened that at the same time, the hours that this current job that I was at had were either late afternoon hours or once a week, some early morning hours. So it was basically an afternoon job, but it was only for a couple of hours each day. So it was a pain in the butt that I had to try and juggle my schedule, my husband's schedule, and then helping out my friend get to work with one car. And then trying to figure out all these different routes and so much gas that we were spending, so much mileage that I was putting on the car. And it was just ridiculous. So I eventually, after January, at the very end of January, I ended up quitting my job. It was an extremely difficult decision. It was not easy, but the hours were starting to come down incredibly, and I basically was wasting more gas and mileage and money than I was making. It came down to where basically I was getting $100 a week. And $100 a week in a part-time job is crap. It's nothing. It might as well not even be working. Because then out of those $100, maybe I was spending, out of my own check, maybe $20 to $40 in gas. So it wasn't worth it. And so my husband was like, you got to make some serious decisions. And I'm like, well, look, if the job doesn't work out, then I can increase my hours at the pool. But he's like, but then your hours are always going to be in the afternoons when we're having the most time and struggling to figure out the car situation. So I was like, okay, fine. So then what do you want me to do? You want me to quit? It's something, I've been teaching swimming lessons since I was 16. And I just turned 28. So I'm at, that's a large chunk of my life. 12 years, almost 12 years that I've been teaching swim lessons. And I love it. And I'm so good at it. And I mean, seriously, I always say it, when you know that you are so good at something, then toot your own horn. Who cares? If you know you've got the skills, you've got the skills. And let me tell you, it is very few and far between people that you can get to really get your kids learning how to swim really quickly. And not even just really quickly, but with a lot of confidence. It takes time, and you've got to be rough. Hey, no, leave her alone. It takes time and it takes a certain kind of not roughness, but strictness to really get kids to understand that you're in charge and not them when you're teaching them this kind of a skill. So basically, it's not if they start crying, I dealt with it. I would hang them on my neck, on my back, completely ignore their screams, and go grab another child and work with another child at the same time. And there was nobody that could break a kid from their fear the way that I could break a kid from their fear. It's something that you just have so much patience for, and I deal with it. And it was so easy to do. And when parents noticed, sometimes they would be like, ooh, my kid's screaming a lot. This is too much of a problem for her. I'm going to go take him out. And I'm like, no. Leave him. Because if you come to their rescue, let me tell you, they're going to know that every single time they start screaming and hollering like that you're going to come to their rescue. That's it. You're never going to be able to break them. So it was incredible. I knew that if there were really, truly difficult kids, that my boss knew, take them to her. Give them to her. She's going to know how to break them. So it was an extremely difficult decision to make, because it's probably going to be one of the last times the job at the pool. And I was like, you know what? I need a break. I need a mental break. I need to get the hay out of here. And I told my husband, I said, I can't do this anymore. I'm like so burnt out. I'm so burnt out with the stress of everything, and I just need a break. And I said, I want to go to Florida, but I don't know. And yeah, like, oh my God, I didn't think I could still actually. Sorry. I've never had a little breakdown like this. I'm sorry. I was just so done with everything. And I needed to get out for a little while. So I went down to Florida for a month. I didn't know how long I was going to go for. And I was actually luckily able to convince my sister-in-law to come with me and go on a little mini vacation. And but we had to keep waiting because we had, since I had left my job, my sister-in-law also lost her job at the end of December. So we were both struggling with, being at home all the time, being depressed that we can't find anything, that we can't match our skills to work because we're both pretty skilled in our own different ways. And I was able to convince her, but we had to wait until the money was there. So I didn't go until almost at the end of February. And then I didn't know how long I was going to go for, but I went to go see my parents, and I ended up staying with my parents, and I stayed for pretty much about a month. And I didn't want to come back. I really didn't want to come back. Florida has been one of these things where I've been trying to figure out, where do I feel like I'm home? And I didn't want to move back to New Jersey when we moved back. And I guess part of the reason why I went to go work back at the pool was because I wanted to continue doing something that I loved. And I didn't know what I wanted to get into. Ever since I've graduated in 2006, the economy went to crap. And I never knew what I wanted to do with my degree. And I didn't want to waste all that money that my parents had spent on me going to school. Because my school was not cheap. It was a private liberal arts school. And it was a 100,000 plus college degree. And I have no idea what the hell to do with it. So, I'm so sorry. But this is why I haven't been doing videos in a long time, because I've just been so stressed with everything. And so I kind of, I went to college. I never liked living in New Jersey. I went to college in Florida because I was so desperate to get away from Jersey. I loved Florida, and when I came back, my parents were still living in New Jersey, and then I met my husband, and got married the year after I graduated from college, and then about a year and a half later, my parents finally make the move to Florida, and it's not, I don't want to be there because they're there. It's nice that they're there, but it's obvious that I made a decision to go to school in Florida because there's just something about Florida that brings an inner peace to me. And at the same time, I've always been afraid of like considering myself a Floridian because I grew up and I was raised here in Jersey. And I also feel like it's a big part of me, but sometimes you do start feeling like it's no longer home. And when I came back that first time after college, I said, yep, okay, this still feels like home. But then I always wanted to go back. And when I kind of realized that my husband might like to also go and try and live there, I said, okay, let's go then. And so we go, and it didn't it didn't work out. And it wasn't because of me. I definitely did not want to come back. And then once he started convincing me or saying that, he kind of hated it, and for months of hating it, I kind of started thinking to myself, you know what? Okay, maybe I'm not a Floridian. Maybe I don't belong here. Maybe our home really is New Jersey. And I kind of got excited about coming back again. So that's where the confusion always came in. Why am I excited about going back? Is it because it's where it's safe, where I've known, where I've grown up, where I know every single highway, I know how to get around? Or what's the reason, And so I come back, and when we came back last summer, I was happy for like a month, and then the whole depression kicked in again, and I hated it. And then I was thinking, you know what though, maybe Florida is only for vacations and only for going to see the parents, and only for, that's it, and Jersey is where home has got to be. And I felt that torn one way or the other, and so I said, you know what, I don't know, I want to go again. So I went in November to see my parents, and I only went a week in November, and I still didn't feel like, okay, I have to stay in Florida. I have to stay in Florida. I have to stay in Florida. I didn't feel that way yet. I did miss my husband after a week, and so then I was still really confused. So the holidays were kind of hard. No one was having a tremendous amount of fun. No one enjoys Christmas the way that I do. I am such a Christmas freak, it's ridiculous. And no one was having any fun. And end of the year was the same thing. No one was really having any fun. Even though we went out and, went to a party and everything, it wasn't the same thing. And so then, obviously there's lots of other things going on that I'm not going to talk about, but this time when I went, it finally clicked in me that, yeah, Florida's home. I don't consider this place home anymore. And I finally feel like that's right. That this place is all wrong, and that place makes my soul feel complete. And the hardest part is that there's no way to leave her alone. There's no way to convince him. So those are the current challenges that are going on. And I think when you start feeling all of this stuff going on, I couldn't get myself to do any videos. And I kind of was even thinking, I don't even know if I need to do a video explaining what's been going on and why I've been struggling to get back into doing videos. But I guess I'm kind of happy that I am doing it. So anyways, I'm going to take a little break and leave this video here as an update, and then I will do some what's been going on with my more feminine conditions, my TTC, and slash that I haven't had a period since November. So that's lovely, and trying to figure out what the hell to do since I'm now currently unemployed, can't find a job anywhere, and have no insurance. And so that's my issues right now, that I don't know what to do and what to deal with, and lots of other things. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together with the other video and edit it and get it up and running in a couple minutes. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for hanging in there, and hopefully you guys understand where I've been coming from, and or now you understand where I've been coming from. And yeah,